Do you have a heating, ventilation, or air conditioning problem and need it fixed as soon as possible? Has it been a long time since the last time you have the HVAC system in your home or at your office maintained? Finding the right HVAC contractors can sometimes be hard. You need to make sure that they have the knowledge, skill, and experience to provide you with complete repair and maintenance services. That's why we're here to help. With a highly trained, licensed, insured, and experienced team of technicians, we're proud to offer the best services in the field. From sale, installation, to repair and maintenance, we take each project with care and with a focus on open communication and getting the job done right the first time. Maintaining the ventilation, air, and heating systems in your home or office is the key to the longevity of your units and effective energy savings. So don't risk your money on an ineffective HVAC system. Call us today.
Good morning, this is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 1071 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV. It's time now. We have the Lincoln Community Center report, and with me is Shane Carter.
How you doing, Clint?
Doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. Enjoying this, the change of
Cooler,
weather, if you will.
cooler weather?
Yes, absolutely. Turn the air conditioning off.
Yeah, I'm enjoying kind of that end of it, but I have to admit, I wonder where the warm days went.
Well, it's easier on the DP&L bill. That's what I think. DP&L, so.
Hey, you've got, speaking of the cooling weather and the seasons changing, your Thanksgiving dinner is going to be coming up, and you're looking for some volunteers and donations.
Yes, we actually, Clint, we just sent out some letters, so some businesses and patrons may receive those, but we're really just looking for people to come out and help serve, and then also in terms of, you want to help with a covered dish, or maybe you've got the secret recipe, if you've been passed down, whatever that may be. But it's really been a good community event to allow us to get together with the kids, and this will be our 4th year doing it. So if you have any questions in terms of specifics, when to come, what we need, contact us in the main office at 937-335-2715.
And we'll be talking about that more as we get closer in
Absolutely.
Towards it. Now, how's your after-school program going?
It's going well, Clint. We still are dealing with the dilemma we talked about, in that some of the kids that want to get to the center, we're not picking up at those schools, and due to timing, and there's only 12 seats in the van. But we're working with Eric Herman and Troy City Schools to try and provide like an alternative transportation. We've had about 40 kids daily. One really important thing is the Troy Foundation renewed our grant, which usually they do, and without that grant, we just can't fund the program. So you're talking about around $15,000, and the total cost of the program is like $21,000. So they have been the sole funder of that, and we've had other people support it. But want to thank them, the foundation, the distribution committee, and Melissa over there. And still, though, our staff, we're still looking to grow our volunteer basis for the after-school program. So anybody that wants to come in and volunteer, you don't have to be a retired teacher. You don't even have to be an educator. A lot of the young kids just need read to, sight words, colors, stuff like that. So
okay. Now, how many students do you have coming after approximately? Because it sounds like you would have more if they had a way.
Transportation, I agree. Right now, I'd say a low number is like 32 or 35. Good days, like Fridays, because it's Fun Friday, like 45, 50.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Now, you just kind of spoke of it. You got your grant renewed.
Yes, we did. And it was, I'll tell you, Clint, when we started the program, I wanted to have an after-school program, but the board was like, we don't have any money. So we sat down with the foundation back in 2011 and explained to them, a lot of the kids that we have at the center, academically were maybe struggling, and then at home they didn't have the parental support. So it's really neat that we can get them there right after school, get their books out, and without the foundation renewing it, it's not possible. So that was really I got that in the mail on Monday, and it was like kind of a small Christmas gift to me, so I was thankful for that.
Now you're looking for some volunteers to come in and help with the tutoring.
Yes, we are. And I'll tell you, it's not that, I know I spoke about it, it's not that even you have to be a teacher, anybody. I mean, help with the snack, help with cleanup, help with reading, help with supervision of kids. And the main thing is we want you to go take the background check at the Miami County Sheriff's Office, and we also want to make sure that we're just creating a safe and healthy environment for the kids. So
exactly. Now, your Good News Club. Tell us some good news from the Good News Club.
Well, the good news is it started this past Tuesday, and it went really well. To kind of give you an overview of the program, it's an Awana-based program, so it's kind of a spiritual or faith-based program. But the kids really like do activities. They play like kickball. They have a small snack, and it's for any kids really on Tuesdays from 5 to 6:30 at the Lincoln Center at 110 Ash Street. And the nice thing is, if you maybe want to go grocery shopping, or maybe you just need a babysitter for an hour and a half, 5 to 6:30, kids have supervision. There's pastors there. There's mentors, and they just work with them on pretty much everything from behavior skills to working together, communicating with each other, and it provides positive, role models for the kids.
All right. Now, you had spoke of some T-shirts.
Yes.
Tell us about these T-shirts.
Well, last year when we did our mailing campaign, we sent T-shirts out to the people that supported it. And then I had some people come and say, hey, where can I get the Lincoln Center I Am a Champion T-shirt? And we really hadn't ordered a lot of them because, the cost is there. And, as far as our budget, we can't afford to just order 100 T-shirts and let them sit around. So we did go out on a limb here on Alumni Weekend, and we bought like 50 to 100 of them. And then we didn't sell all of them. So the nice thing is that we have some in stock. The bad thing is we want to try to sell them. So anybody that's listening, they're really neat T-shirts. They were designed by one of our students, Desiree Bird. And on the picture, it's on the front, there's a picture of the building. It says, I am a Lincoln Center champion. Then on the back, it's got like a lighthouse and like a beacon shining out. And it's like yesterday, today, tomorrow. So it's something that symbolizes the center, and then also something that, you're supporting the center in terms of revenue and a fundraiser. So anybody that's interested, we have all sizes available. Just come down to the center at 110 Ash Street and let Nicole or myself know what size you need, and it's a good way for us to promote the center.
Excellent. Your fall basketball sign-ups?
Yes.
Underway?
Well, we're getting started here the first of the month, and it'll run through the end of October, and we'll start the games in November. So really what we're shooting for everybody that's that was looking to sign up, we want you to, number one, get down to the center, get your forms in as early as possible and register. Number two, any parents that are looking to get involved, we need coaches, referees, help with the scoreboard, the concession stand, things of that nature. And then the other thing would be any sponsors or corporations, businesses that are listening, service clubs. We could definitely use more sponsors. And I know Troy Community Radio, again, will have a team. So it'll be neat that, as I shared with you guys, it's not like the Bulls and the Lakers. It's like Troy Community Radio and La Piazza. It's like Troy Community Radio is 3-0, La Piazza is 2-1. So the kids, they take that seriously. Some of the kids, I don't know if they will. I hope they wash their T-shirts. Some of the kids wear their basketball T-shirt every day. So it's like, okay, I see them Monday, they have on their Sleep City shirt. I see them on Tuesday, the kid that plays for Erwin Chrysler, he's got on his shirt. It's like, okay, they take pride in it. So it's cool. I remember doing the same thing when I played in Troy Junior basketball. I remember my dad, though, like hiding the shirt or saying, son, you're not wearing it today. So that's cool. And then the other thing about the Basketball League is I always encourage people in the community, if you want to come out and watch, we'll get started the first Saturday in November. The 11 and 12 o'clock games are like the 3 and 4 year olds, and I think it's one of the best shows in town. I think it's comical. I think that it's like herding cats, and I think if you haven't seen it, it's worth getting down and checking it out. So,
all right, definitely. You had your strategic planning meeting was this past week.
It was. We met on Wednesday night at Hainer Culture Center. 30 people from educators, city employees, United Way, Troy Foundation, parents, different stakeholders, and really what came out of it, first off, we have to thank Jim and Linda Daniels for leading it from a standpoint of being a facilitator and a consultant. But what came out of it is we realized at the center we're doing a lot of things really, really good, but there's a lot of things we need to improve. And what's nice, Clint, is I use this comment, I stole it from a younger kid, but it's that I'm very critical of myself so I can be critical of other people on my team. And I'm only going to do and try my best at the center and ask the same of others. And what we learned from that meeting on Wednesday was a lot of people really love the center, but they'd love the center even more if there was more parking, or they'd love the center more if we did a better job of sending out our newsletter electronically once a month, or if we did a better job of, like Troy Community Radio, this is awesome for us because somebody that has an FM radio can pop it on and listen to what we're doing. So what we heard from people, which are really good, was getting the word out more. Like, you guys know about the center, but some people that live around the corner have no clue what it is.
Right.
I had a lady stop me on Monday. I was cleaning the trash out front, and she stopped and she said, I've always wanted to stop here. I was wondering, is this a building that's the church, or is this like a boys' home, or what is this? And I said, well, it's funny you say that because we are those things, but we're not a church. But boys' home close. We're a place that does stuff like that, but we also do senior programming. We also have a community garden, and we also have, music lessons. And I think what it is, Clint, is that since I've taken over, the center has been infectious and contagious, and people want to be a part of it. But if we use social media and we use the radio station and we use the newspaper a little bit, we're still missing a lot of people that may be word of mouth, that may be going to different functions and events in the community. So we really want to focus on what those things, we call them like the not yets, what have we not done yet. And it's like, okay, the parking's a problem because seniors can't get to the building in time. ADA compliancy and handicap accessibility can become an issue. The inability to be able to call people right on the drop of a dime and say, okay, it's bad weather and we're closed. So utilizing Channel 7, utilizing Troy Community Radio, doing things like that. And we heard a lot of good feedback. And what it did, I think, is it gave the staff time to reflect and say, you know what, you're doing a good job. People are proud of what you're doing. And, you know, put a feather in your cap, pat yourself on the back, because I think a lot of times our staff, they go in and do their job, but then they walk away from it and don't realize the impact they've made. So I'm excited to now put a team together that helps us put a strategic plan together that will long live past my tenure as a director and hopefully make the center sustainable for years to come. So,
okay. Now, what is your official title?
As a center, I think I'm the executive director. But I tell you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I tell my staff this, I'm a player on the team, buddy.
I was just going to say, hold your hands up.
Well, I've got my paint on today.
You are hands-on at the Lincoln Community Center.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, whether it be the kids, the seniors, the walls need some attention.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, you're on it. And that's to be commended.
It is. And then, you know what? They talked good and bad about me at the meeting on Wednesday. They said, okay, Shane, it's good that you want to be involved with those things, but you have to delegate and create clear job descriptions that allow your employees to go have successes and failures. Then you'll be able to evaluate that and say, good job, or let's do better. Instead of, I think one of my issues I have, I don't want to call it micromanaging. I want to call it that I struggle with delegating and then not going and just let them do it. You know what I mean? So if you say, hey, Shane, I want you to go install this furnace. Well, number one, I can't install a furnace, but if I could, the fact of the matter would be my struggle is I go and help them install it instead of letting them do it and letting them learn. So, Clint, I'll tell you, some of it is, I think, growing up being competitive all the time and wanting to be a part of it, but I'm learning, and with time, to create a balance for my family and a balance for my own life and my health, I have to create okay, come in at 8, maybe leave at 6, leave something for tomorrow, let the staff take care of it. And I'm going to take pride in doing that over the next year or two of just, okay, let's get clear job titles, let's allow people to have their successes. And staff members, as you know, I mean, Dave, you guys want to do your job. You don't want Dave looking over your shoulder telling you how to do this. Dave don't want you looking over his shoulder. And I think that creates better trust. So that's one thing I want to improve on. That's one thing the staff and we all talked about on Wednesday night. And we're looking forward to just continue to grow and do that the best we can.
Eyes to the future.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Shane. Mm-hmm. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, man. I'll just tell you, I'm glad to be back. I know I was gone for a week, and my fiance and I went to New York, and I went broke, so I had to come back. and coming back, I'll tell you, man, it's I said this before, but when I went to college, I never thought I'd come back to Troy. I'm glad to be here. It's nice. It makes sense. I can get places in 5 minutes. The people are way more friendly than New York. The food's cheaper. And I'm just happy to be back in Troy and call home.
It's great to get away.
It is, but it's so much better to come home.
Yes, it is.
And I tell you, my credit card statement when I'm home is simple. When I go to New York, it's complex. So.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
This has been Shane Carter with the Lincoln Community Center Report. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TC TV.